first time I've been standby with the 9 months.
Matt says he sends his resume to at least 20 companies each week, but he hasn't found.
The COVID-19 pandemic had been the greatest factor that increased the number of unemployed individuals in the Philippines. COVID-19 is an infectious disease and has caused widespread illness and challenges. In January 2020, the first case of COVID-19, 633 suspected cases were reported as of March 2020, and months later, cases began to increase rapidly. Due to the threat of the coronavirus, the government was forced to declare an enhanced community quarantine in different cities such as Davao.
Well, Philippine authorities are set to implement a community quarantine of the entire region of Metro Manila this Sunday, and that's to slow down the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Buena Bernal tells us more.
The government established quarantine measures. Movement was restricted, transportation was reduced, and operations of establishments were limited. Safety protocols were implemented such as wearing face masks and face shields, and everyone was encouraged to stay at home. It was to prevent the disease from spreading. However, the pandemic also presented more problems than just health concerns. Millions of Filipinos lost their jobs and had little to no means of earning a living.
Potrisem Pandiin's family fled the war in Marawi in the southern Philippines 3 years ago. She was hoping to return to Saudi Arabia for her work as a domestic helper to earn money and rebuild what they've lost.
Look at our situation. It is dehumanizing. We are sleeping here. We have no money. My children called me and said, "Mama, are you coming home soon?" But I don't know when.
And one of them was Mr. De La Rosa.
Ako og kalahian sa job kasi mostly sa job na ko before crowded yung tao, tapos delikado kay pandemic na wala ta kabalo kung kinsay affected, kinsay dili, so ingat. Experiences na ni-upgrade sa work from work dati before kay karon daghan nagnatun-an nga trabaho nga pandemic kay stay at home, so isa na ng mga plantitos so mga parehas na ko na stay at home ng laban lang, continue what is unsay nasugdan or what I mean, dili mawadag pag-asa kay daghan pag opportunities comes, daghan pa kayo kag mahibal-an, daghan pa kayo kag ma-experience, dili lang na
Starting April 5, local government units will have at least more than 2 weeks to distribute the national government's financial aid to Filipinos affected by the prevailing Enhanced Community Quarantine or ECQ, a 15-day deadline to LGUs who will opt to distribute cash aid, and a 30-day deadline for those who will prefer to distribute it in kind.
Humihingi ng dispensa ang local government unit sa pagkaantala ng pagdating ng mga bigas na ipamamahagi sa higit 160,000 pamilya dito sa Jensan. Mainit namang pinag-usapan sa sangguniang
In response to this crisis, the government helped by providing money. Father gives 300 pesos per day, while others gave 2,000 to 5,000 a month. Moreover, they also help by providing food for the affected jobless Filipinos such as 2 kilos of rice, canned goods, and necessities. Although they helped minimize the problems and burden of people, it was not enough. Not everyone was able to receive ayuda or financial assistance due to the lack of funds, delays, and also it is not enough, not sufficient, to sustain a person, much more a family for a long period of time. Businesses were slowly operating, people began to continue working, and we are slowly engaging like the normal days before the COVID. But for the sake of everyone, we must remain resilient and vigilant as the pandemic has not yet disappeared.
99% ang tsansa mahawa ng COVID-19 kung sasabay ng face shield ang pagsuot ng face mask at physical distancing.